Hello there, folks. I'm Dan Brown from a sort of interesting life.com, and today you're joining me in a kayak as we head down Prees Branch, which is literally just a tiny little bit of a canal. I'm not even sure if it is even an entire mile long that branches off in the middle of nowhere off the Llangollen Canal. We're starting our proper trip though here, halfway down at this old wooden lift bridge, which as you wind it up, it actually lifts up at a strange angle, but more on that in a future video hopefully. So we're going to turn around and paddle back up towards where that sign was to begin with. You'll notice here, as soon as we change to the GoPro footage, that it has a much different tone on it, and this is even after I've tried to edit the footage to get the overall sort of sepia brown tone out of the footage from the GoPro. I'm not sure whether the other footage in this video is recorded on an iPhone or an iPod. I think it might be an iPod off the top of my head, but the other footage is completely unedited. Anyway, that's all boring stuff. Let's carry on talking about this lovely scenery. Now, this footage was recorded, I'm not sure whether it was in early June, I think, but basically about 2 months before I'm actually recording this video, and goodness knows when this will actually go online properly to the world. But you can see it was just an absolutely beautiful day, and it was so hot out in the sun that's why this video actually starts from halfway down the canal, because you'll see at the end of this video that Tilly isn't moored up too far away from here at all. But so extreme was the heat and the general amazing weather on this particular day, I only made it about halfway down and I started to think, hang on a second, I'm going to get some pretty bad sunburn if I travel all the way down there and all the way back up at kayak speeds, especially with the lift bridges, because those do, as you can probably imagine, require me to take the kayak out and move it around. There was no way I was going to try and squeeze underneath one of those bridges. But terrible jokes aside, one of the things that I love about the Prees branch of the canal that you'll see in here is how you get all the lily pads and reeds starting to grow up into it, because it hardly gets any usage. There's the marina down at the bottom, but apart from people going to and from that and a few holiday boats based there, there's just absolutely no reason for people to really travel it. So that's why you see it instantly start to turn into a little bit of a pond. And I also love this enormous sort of open space here where you've got obviously the branch of the canal, and it's almost like a sort of a Y-shaped T-junction, I suppose, looking from this angle. You've also got that absolutely fantastic little bridge that almost looks like it could be made out of matchsticks. And again, what an absolutely beautiful day to be doing this on. I'm sure as well that off the top of my head that this was the same day that I had to walk about 2 or 3 miles to go and meet Sarah out as she was going to pick me up sort of halfway between here and Ellesmere. And again, walking in that heat, I'm sure this was the same day, because I know that one of these days I had to do that walk and I got a little bit sunburnt on that particular occasion. But now, anyway, getting back onto the topic of this video, you're about to see me finally arrive back to Tilly, if I can get my words out properly. And I suppose this really draws the video to an end. So I'll say thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to check out my other videos for loads of boat life and proper canal videos and boating and goodness knows what else. General lovely scenery from the countryside like this. Feel free to check out my short boat life books for the Kindle. Search Amazon for The Narrowboat Lad or find links to the books and everything else in the description below. Until the next time, keep it paddle worthy, keep it boat worthy, and of course, farewell.